Hello, everybody. We're back again here by Awake TV Network Show. Today I'm a special guest again. It's Wednesday, and I'm talking with Malin Hedlund from MH Leadership. She's living in Sweden, and I have a really nice interview with her afterwards. And we are both working with leadership. That's why I asked her for this interview, because she's a very good coach. She's been a coach for me for a long time now, and I love how she works with the mindset and the attitude. And we both work with leadership and transformation. So I'll show you again a lot of the archetypes she's using during her work and in private life. In the box are again 74 archetypes with a beautiful manual. I'll show you a few cards in the meantime. And what I want to share is that leadership. Because in this time, at this moment with the coronavirus, it's very important that you feel the leader in your own kingdom. That's why I ask you to wear your crown with pride. Today, I often talk about this leadership, this kingdom, about the king and the queen, and about your inner treasure box. There is a very important archetype, and that is the treasurer. And when I started with the archetypes, put it off, I feel so uncomfortable. I worked with the treasure box, and it was completely closed. And for now, my dragons are away. You see, this dragon has a key in his mouth, and that keeps the treasure box shut down. So the treasures can go out, and archetypes can do their work in your daily life. So you can work with your inner dream team and your other archetypes. So in this treasure box, most of the time it's completely closed with people. And for me, it opens up bit by bit, step by step with end steps. And now it's completely open. People can see my treasures. And I have enough so I can share. And that's what I want to share too, that you will also open your treasure box and get rid of your dragons or your boundaries or your limited beliefs. So I'm Ofkje from the Netherlands. I'm a Jungian therapist and a transformational teacher. I'm selling leadership, your own leadership, to take your own responsibility for your own life. When I talk about my other game, it's why I'm really queen of the games. I made several games, and it's all about personal development. Last game I made is Archetype Quest. Life is a quest, and you have been helped by your archetypes. And you're looking for your mission. And how does that work? You go and look for your archetypes, and you have 74 archetypes. I have a few here. Oh, this is the Queen archetype. And this Queen, she is on a mission. Everybody's on a mission. I want to tell you about this metaphor of the couch. And this couch is running to several places. And in the couch, you can open the roof, is your soul deep inside. Look to this beautiful stone, I put it in. And this stone, this soul, which you feel deep inside, they know, she knows, or he knows, what you want for daily life. What is your mission? What is your purpose? What do you want to reach out in this world? And you are the queen or the king, you're sitting on the front. You see? And the combination is going about the cooperation between you as a king, queen, prince or princess, with a cooperation with your soul. And here are 10 horses or 12 horses are a metaphor of your archetypes or your talents. So it's all about this cooperation between these archetypes, how they work together. Sometimes, as you know, the archetypes has a light side and a shadow side, and it's all about your sub-personalities. So in this game, you're going to meet your archetypes. And that's a very interesting process because you can talk with your archetypes. And these archetypes have a deeper layer. So you can go round the head, you can think about this. You go to a deeper layer, it's called by Carl Gustav Jung, a psychotherapist from Switzerland, about meeting your deeper subconscious. And when you ask questions and you talk with those archetypes, you get answers. And those answers are very interesting because you couldn't get them with your mind setting. And that's very nice that you talk about this transformation. Now, a lot of archetypes. Look, I talk with these archetypes with Malin Hedlund, my guest, who will be there. And this is all about this transformation. I'm looking for the alchemist. I don't know if it's there. So have a look. Yeah, there she is. And this alchemist, she's about this transformational process. You want to change something in your mindset, and that can be very helpful when you're an employee or an entrepreneur, or you are a leader of a company. And you have to listen. Malin Hedlund is talking about listening. When you listen, you can hear somebody and you can ask the right questions. So this alchemic process with the alchemist, this archetype, you can ask her what she wants to change in your life. Because when you're not happy with yourself, there's no self-love and no self-compassion. So maybe you want to change this. And that's what Malin and me also can help you with. So you can talk with these archetypes and see what is your mission? What do you want to come to do in this world? So this show is about leadership. Are you taking your position? Are you aware of your archetypes, your qualities, your skills, your talents? How do you work together? Who are they? And when you go in this imagination, this conversation with these archetypes, we ask the advisor or the connector to help to connect you with your people who work for you. It's very important that you have a good foundation. So in your life, it's important now that you have a good purpose, that you know which guidance you have to, what you need, which direction you want to go. Because in this time of the coronavirus, there's a lot of fear. And this metaphor with a couch and looking and working with your archetypes can be very, very helpful. So to create a purpose for daily life, can you feel really a leader in your own kingdom? So you can feel you are the leader, you are the driver of your own bus. So in this coronavirus time, you can intensify your rituals, your routines. So it's very good for your mindfulness. What a mindset you have. And that gives you also a change in your attitude. Can be very helpful that you feel better and not so alone. So Malin tells you all about her work, how she's working, one-by-one sessions, working online, working for a company. So you can feel more independent. So you will be a very good leader, that you are a magnet for your people who's working for you. That people think, she's doing or he is doing very well. I want to do that way. So a lot of people know what they want, but they don't know how to do it because you have a lot of limited beliefs and they want to change things, but they don't know why and how. And a lot of these limited beliefs, you started with that in your childhood. So I do in my trajectories a lot of work with your inner child. So there it all starts where you started to make your own framework. And it can be very helpful to look at that with somebody like a coach or a therapist, or maybe with Malin Hedlund. Let's see if she's ready for the interview. And we go on. Bye-bye. Hi, Malin.
Hello. Hi, Ofkje.
Malin Hedlund from Sweden. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm here with my kids, so I feel good. Being home. Oh. Yes.
Thank you for contributing to this interview for Awake TV Network. And I would love to speak with you about your business and about your own personality. We work together. You're a perfect coach. I'm really impressed about your work. And yeah, I think we are on the same path. We want to help people. I do that with my archetypes, those archetypes we talked about. And yeah, can you tell me something? Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, so I'm Malin Hedlund. I'm from Sweden, and I used to live in the Netherlands. And I mean, we didn't meet there, but
No.
that's another thing we have in common as well, right? That you're from the Netherlands, and I used to live there, very close to you.
Yeah.
And now I also have my residence in the US. So I like to see myself as a global entrepreneur working with people from all over the world. And I have been in this business, personal development, leadership training for 25 years now.
25 years, wow. That's a long time.
It's a long time. And I have had a great journey, you know, having fun almost every day during this period. And I often say, I cannot have a better job because I love what I'm doing. I love seeing, you know, the sparkle in the eyes with the people I work with, whether there is a female, a male, a group, a mastermind, a person I work with in fitness. It doesn't really matter.
Your favorite? What's your favorite, Malin? What do you like? What do you strike the most?
Favorite about what do you mean?
Work? Yeah, with your
with my
client?
work?
Yeah.
What's my favorite? My favorite is to be that little you know, catalyze, what do you call it? Catalyzer for starting something that is already within the person. So I'm just a part of it, but the people themselves have it within them. So I truly believe from the bottom of my heart that everyone has what it takes.
Oh, sure.
But we're not always using all our talents or our gifts or our...
They're all in a treasure box captured.
Yeah, exactly.
So when we open your treasure box, Malin, what do we see? What are your diamonds, your pearls? Tell me.
What has brought me on my client's success is really my way of listening to people. There are different ways of listening, right? And
a lot of people don't listen. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree, because we want to say our own things and we listen to be able to respond to, you know, I was in that as well, but I can listen and listen and listen. And sometimes I guess for some people it's uncomfortable because I don't say anything. I listen and I listen to, you know, the body language, what the words that are not being verbal.
I'm happy today that you are speaking, not listening.
So, and I know from that place, I can ask the right questions. You know, there are always powerful questions. And some people, when they become a coach, they think it's all about asking questions. In a way, it is, but it's also to be able to time your questions, you know, having the right timing, bull's eye. And I think that is really one of my, you know, shining pearls, that I'm able to time my questions, my powerful questions, to when someone is home, as I call it. Because I can shoot a lot of questions and they make sense to you, but you're not able to receive them and answer them if it's not the right timing. So, and that I have, of course, developed during the years.
Yeah, we learned that. I think listening is really a great quality, because a lot of people don't listen at all, and then you don't know what question you should ask.
No, exactly.
So it's really powerful.
Yeah, quality. And I found that with leaders as well, because I work with a lot of leaders, managers. So, and sometimes they don't know how to, you know, lead their people, motivate or inspire them. And, you know, again, it's back to, you know, if you listen to your people, you will know how to inspire them. because people are, giving you the clues all the time.
Isn't that a big eye-opener for leaders, what you're telling?
Mm-hmm.
They better have to listen to their people.
Mm.
And you are really a leader. It's also archetype leader. What is leadership for you? Because your name, your company name is Malin Hedlund Leadership, isn't it?
Yeah, correct.
So this leader, it's a man, but you're a woman. But what is leadership? Is it about authority, or can you tell me more how you see it?
Yeah, for me, leadership is, I think everyone is a leader. I believe everyone is a leader. And what I mean with that is that we all lead our lives, and we do it in different ways.
Yes.
And being fulfilled in your life, you need to lead your own life and figure out and understand what is driving me, what is motivating me, what's my purpose. And from there you can lead yourself. And when you lead, it's like a magnet. People want to follow. It's not like I'm a manager, I make orders. No, the way I talk about things, the way I behave, the way I communicate, the way I interact with people, it's kind of a way of leading. And so it's inspiring.
Yeah, the clients who come with you are leaders. Are they leaders?
Yes, many of them are leaders, meaning leading a project, a division, and or a group of people. So oftentimes, almost always, it's people within the corporate companies, so mid to large size companies that I work with, and also heart-centered entrepreneurs, because I believe they are really leaders. They lead their industry.
What's the difference with the heart leaders?
So there are different type of entrepreneurs, right? So some people are entrepreneurs because they believe in a specific, product. They have invented something and they want to, everyone to have it. And other entrepreneurs like yourself lead from the heart, because you want good for people.
Yeah.
And coming from that view. And I say,
do you like to transform them or show them another way, or how does that work?
I would say both, what you're saying there, because I think they are connected, leading, not another way, a way that they would prefer, but maybe open up that place, that opportunity for them to see there are other way of doing this, or other way of living your life. But of course, it's a transformation. It's a transformation that
that's
starts.
What I was looking for. That was waiting for that word, an alchemist. This is about this transformational process. We both doing that.
Yeah.
Me with my archetypes. And how are you making this transformation? I did my own coaching sessions with you, and it was very interesting. Also, your issues about mindsetting and that also changes your attitude. So these transformations people go through in your processes. And what's your magic, Malin? Tell me all about it.
What's my magic?
Yeah, that makes you a magician or something.
Sometimes it's hard to say. Yeah, it's my, you call it a wizard.
Field marshal.
Yeah.
Strategist. How to go from A to B.
Yeah, mindset is a big thing. So I started my company for two reasons. One is that I want to work with people's mental health and their physical well-being. And mental health, I don't mean that you are sick in an illness or something, but you have more to give. You feel you are in a place where you feel my life is all right.
Yeah.
But there's so much more. Yeah. So the attitude, the mindset it could be a starting place. And when you understand how you can influence your own mindset, that's power. It's really powerful. And I combine that with physical strength. So for myself, for example, I have rituals in my day.
You like the athlete. You like her.
Yeah.
Athlete, doing a lot of sport, isn't it?
Yes.
Tell me about your rituals every day.
Yeah, so I wake up almost always before the alarm goes off,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel curious, for the day, and then I do my things. First thing, just private things, but then I do my meditation, and then I maybe journal in my book, or I read, and straight after that I go out running or going to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So that is every day. Is for me like brushing my teeth. You don't skip it. You don't skip it if you are going on vacation for 2 weeks. You don't skip brushing your teeth, right?
No,
That's
no.
disgusting.
Yes.
And the same goes for me with exercise. You don't skip exercising because it's part of building up that mental toughness. It's part of getting access to your brilliance, to your talents, and unleashing that, and being, I would say, confident as well. Because when you feel good about yourself and your body, and I don't mean that you have to have a specific body type. It's just the power, all the hormones that are released when you do exercising. You feel strong and you think better. You're more creative. You're happier. You impact in a different way. You become a different leader, and that's how people want to follow, because you look at that
You're a
person and say,
magnet. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
what is she or
So,
he doing?
yeah.
Yeah.
So you help them to open their eyes with this eye opener, just
Mm-hmm.
to see they have insights.
Yeah.
So you let them feel how it is to do something about physical health or
Mm-hmm.
mental health,
Mm-hmm.
or have a better purpose, or
Mm-hmm.
feel brilliant.
Yeah.
So you have to give them their insights. They have to work for it. You have
Yeah.
some exercises, how you do that in your program.
Yes.
So people
Yes.
get more self-love, more self-compassion.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah,
all about, as you say, I love that archetype, eye opener,
yeah,
because it's really about, and the words you use, and also open up the treasure box,
yes.
to create, what is it that I can create? And many people lost their, that inner child that was always dreaming about things, and creating. And so when I can open up that, and for them to see, okay, it's possible with a adult's mindset,
Yeah,
it's just different. It's the same but different. And
sure.
then they,
Yeah.
yeah,
So you reconnect them also to the inner child,
yeah,
so that it will be more aware about the treasures. So
yes,
the dragon will leave.
mm, yeah,
You see a lot of dragons, I think, with people.
yeah. And dragons, and I call it also limiting beliefs,
Yes.
and it's a lot of this is how it is, this is
Yeah.
what the society expect from me, my family, relatives, peers, co-workers, whatever.
Mm.
And they are kind of stuck in that,
Comfort zone. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because this is who I
You're in that bubble. Yeah.
became, and I can't change it. But when I kind of open up that
And you
and
can do your
take
work.
away the layers, it's
So in this horrible
freeing.
time now with the coronavirus,
Mm,
it's
mm,
really difficult. People act
mm,
like a hermit. They're in
mhm,
their own bubble.
mm,
You can't reach them, and they get disconnected with themselves.
mm.
What would be for you a good program in this coronavirus? What would you love to share to people who really get stuck in this time? They get depressed.
Yeah, so
Solution for that.
I would say actually now is a good time to work on yourself, to
Yeah.
really, what do you call it, observe yourself.
Yeah.
Observe yourself, how you operate in the world, how you operate when it's tough. So I had this manager the other day, and he had two different people. One was scared, I would say, to lose her job, and she
Yeah.
because she didn't know how it would work to work from home,
Mm-hmm.
and she was scared about that. And it's different laws, right, in the US. This was about the US. And this other person in the same company, she wasn't scared at all, because she said, you know what, I do it when I get back to work. So, and I said, here you go.
Mm.
Observe people now in these
Mm.
times, because people will show even more of who they really are.
Mm.
you know.
Yeah, that's good. And look for more creativity. They come
Yeah,
out of their bubble, their comfort zone. They have to, and it's
exactly.
different. Normally they wouldn't, but now they has to. Yeah.
Yeah, and you ask me what do they need, what kind
Yeah.
of program? I would say I would use my method, which is the create method. You know, you create
Yeah.
the vision for yourself, or maybe the goals for yourself to, you know, what is the goal for me to, you know, to handle this corona time, you know, working from home and being able to do the things I need to do or want to do. And
Mm.
then you set up the rituals that are according to that clarity that you just got.
Mhm.
And
Can you
from
tell me
there,
some more about this create formula you have?
mhm, yeah, so,
Method
so
CREATE.
exactly. So the C is for clarity.
Mm.
So clarity stands for, you can say, future picture. It
Mhm.
could be a goal, it could be an objective, it could be a dream, a direction,
Mhm.
and intention.
Mhm.
So what is the intention for me now? And an intention is always in present tense, right? It's something that I'm doing.
Mhm.
So I'm, for example, I'm I'm giving self-love. I'm self, you know, giving compassion to myself, or I'm um, I'm a lovable person, or I give love. And from that, what are the rituals that I can set up for myself
Yeah.
to be able to do that? Or
Mhm.
maybe that is start in the morning to give myself some love, right?
Yeah.
Whether that is, you know, journaling,
Oh, yeah.
exercising, meditating, yoga,
Mhm. Mhm.
something that is
You need.
exactly.
And that's a
And
nourisher. People are not used to it. Sorry to interrupt you. With this nourisher, they don't know what they need.
mm,
That's a lot of people,
no,
they don't know what helps them, and
no,
rituals. They're not aware of themselves. So this is really a good time to
mm,
go inside
mm,
and do your program.
yeah, yeah,
So there's rituals, the R from the rituals.
exactly. And I think there is a difference between rituals and routines. So rituals for me are mindful. Routines are mindless. Routines is something you do every day, right? And we need them. Absolutely.
Mm.
But the rituals are more mindful.
You do more with your feeling. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then you come to the E, which is expand. And I like to think of it as expand your potential, meaning get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
This is
Go,
yeah,
go,
what
go,
can I
go.
do now? Yeah, exactly.
Go,
And
girl.
so
Yeah.
many people are outside their comfort zone
Yeah.
nowadays with the coronavirus.
Mm.
And I think they, in a way, behave and act and operate the same way as they always do when they are, you know, in outside the comfort zone. So what is really outside the comfort
Mm.
zone for you?
Mm.
How will you take this as an, I don't know, possibility, advantage to learn something new about yourself? And that's what you do when you step out of your comfort zone.
May I ask you, Malin, what is it for you? Is it gives you some differences in your normal rituals this corona? Because you live in Sweden, and we know in Sweden everything is the same. Maybe the only country in the whole world, everything is the same. Nothing is closed, just some
Yeah.
warnings. So is, is it necessary for you? Does it bring you something different now these days?
So I know the world is watching us and thinking we are, you know, I don't know what they think, but it is different even here. So we don't meet in person.
Not
We
yet.
meet
No.
online.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Mm.
there are very few people outside on the streets, in the shop, you know, shopping malls.
Mm-hmm.
So it's different. It's really different even here.
Mm.
And I think the question you asked, what is, sorry, what was the question?
And the question is, what is it for you, this coronavirus? Does it change your habits, your rituals nowadays?
Absolutely.
Mm.
And like many other people, I need to work more with my mindset,
Yeah.
because I shared with you just before this interview start, you know, I need to keep doing the things that I do, maybe even more, you know, to intensify them, because otherwise I go mad. I go mad, you know.
So is this something you would advise to people, to the listeners, to intensify your rituals?
Yes, yes. And it doesn't mean that you have to do it. I guess some people would say, but how can I find the time to do all the things? But, you know, split it up, make a purpose of every day, create a purpose of every day, and block your day. You know, so whatever it is, if it's 15 minutes of, you know, blocks, see what you do in those 15 minutes, and you can always take a 15-minute pause to walk outside, or close the door and say to your kids, you know, this is my time. Yeah. And maybe just close your eyes and do some breathing exercises. That's just perfect. And I just went for a walk here because I needed to clear my mind.
Yes. Yeah.
And then again,
because there's so much bad news, all those dying people, those corona patients, it doesn't make you happy. No, not at all. No, so can you go on with your create module?
So E, we talked about expand your potential, and that is stepping out of your comfort zone. And A stands for attitude, what I was just talking about. Attitude. We have different attitudes, right? And sometimes it's easy to have a positive outcome for things and for the world and whatever's happened to us. But in other contexts, we have a not so good attitude we need to work on. And
that's the good side and shadow side, also with the archetypes.
Yes, and that's a mindset thing, and you can always work on your mindset, and it's a mental focus. So one of my what you call it, quotes or mottos in life, what I really follow is, what you focus on grows. So if you focus on love, you get more love, right? If you focus on lack of resources, you have less and less resources. So what you focus on grows, and that's the same for the mindset. What is it? Again, take the opportunity now in coronavirus to be curious about yourself. You know, what is it that my mind easily focus on? You know, how can I flip that? How can I just, you know,
I think this is a lot about self-compassion too. I'm curious too about myself, you too. But a lot of people are not at all, because they don't like themselves. It's they only focus on those shadow sides, and it's normal. We all have shadow sides. We're not God or Maria or somebody. No, we also have our shadow sides. So the art is just to embrace also those shadow sides, and you can work on it, or you don't. But you can work on it if you want to, isn't it?
Exactly. And I shared with my husband yesterday, because he is in the US, and I was telling him about a few challenges I have. And then he said to me, I'm sorry, I'm here. I can't help you. And, you know, it's not up to him to help me, really. It's up to me. But of course, it's important to be able to talk to people and to maybe share some things and share what's going on in your life. But I know by the end of the day, it's up to me, you know, what I do with my thinking. How I
can be helpful just to share your feelings, and people can hear that you're struggling. Because this is a time people are struggling, and I think this mindset, the strong mindset, is very important to keep alive.
And this is what I mean with being a leader. Now is the time to step up and take ownership, leadership over your life. To make this something that you will remember as something when you grow, a period where you grow, you know, develop.
It's also the journey of the hero. When you're on your deepest point, then is the change, then is the alchemic process, and then you can stand up, transform, and go up again and show your treasure to the world.
Absolutely. And I mean, we are so influenced, as you said, about all the news, the negative news and everything. And another person I was working with the other day, also a manager in an international company, he was so stressed about everything. He said, you don't understand how many emails I receive every day, and all these questions that are not the normal ones. And he was like, here. And again, we can, it's so easy to fall into that trap and be that stressed manager. You can also choose something different.
You can learn about it, all those,
and then again, it's about the ritual. Going back to who do I want to be? What's my identity as a leader? The clarity part. Who am I? What do I stand for? What is my identity?
And that's difficult, this clarity in this world at this moment. So what is the end of your formula? Where does it all come through?
So T stands for take actions, because I'm really simple in that sense. I believe that you can sit and meditate and you can do a lot of things internally, but that is also part of taking action. If you have never meditated, if we have that as an example, that is taking action. Start to meditate. And if you have never I don't know, doing any push-ups, start doing push-ups. It's taking actions. Or listen to yourself. Start to listen.
Listen.
Interruption. And E stands for evaluate. Re-evaluate. Evaluate, how is this working for me? Are the rituals working for me? How is my attitude?
What are my celebrations? So you see, what is the value of everything? That's what this is all about.
To celebrate what's working. What
is your best celebration at this moment, Malin?
That is absolutely that I am with my kids. I feel so, I would say, blessed and happy. And when I see them in the morning, I feel like it's bubbling within me, like, these are my kids. And I'm so happy to have them around again.
Because what was the situation? You are really a mom from a beautiful son and a beautiful daughter. What is this archetype for you when I say it? Your work is also one of your babies, I think.
Absolutely. So being a mother for the kids is, there is nothing better. That's my number one priority. And when I had my burnout,
when was that?
2008, 7-8. I realized that it influenced my kids in a way that I couldn't imagine. I didn't see it at the time, but when I changed, they changed to the better.
So also with this leadership, changing, when you change yourself as a leader to become your authentic self, you will be another leader also in your life, in your own life, in your own kingdom, but also in your company, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yes. It's exactly the words one of my clients said after a 1.5 year coaching process. She said, when I changed, everything else changed and everyone else changed. But really, they didn't change, but I thought so. But it was me that changed. And the change and the transformation it doesn't have to be that big, but the outcome is big. What I'm trying to say is that we don't do revolutionary things, different things, but we change our mindset, we change our beliefs, we change our attitude, and that influence how we show up in the world, and we become leaders.
And have a more fulfilled life. This is also what the weaver does. You see her with all those threads, and then she make this weaving piece. It's like a Buddha on her head, you see? It's funny. But a lot of people have all those little threads and they can't combine them to who they really are.
No.
So this is so great that you help people with this, Malin. It's wonderful. You wrote also in one of my two books, Create Your Own Reality. It was in this book, the last one.
Yeah.
And there you tell also about your own life and your work, how you work with this reality creating.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
So how do you see future after Corona? Maybe does something change also for your company, you think? People change? Do you have new plans with your company?
Like everyone else, I think it will be more online. I mean, we are already in that space, working online, especially, you know, you and I, we work with people, you know, all over the world. So it's many times online, but I think we will see a shift in that we do it much more. And to be able to do that, I would love to create, I'm working on it to create more programs for, you know, target audience. For example, maybe in mind mastermind groups that you gather people with the same interest or same challenges, problems. And it's just a few people, and there's a mastermind. When more than one mind comes together, you heighten the mind, right? It expands. So that is one part, and is also the female empowerment program that I see it's needed, you know, to step up.
Women. How about the women in Sweden, Malin? Is it different than Netherlands, or what do you think? Or America? You know.
Yes, it is different. It is. I would say, generally speaking, okay, we are more independent. So we have our own, you know, salary, our own things that we do, and we dare to, you know, go for our dreams. So it's not like we are scared if our husbands can't provide for us. We know we can do it ourselves. And that is very shown in the family life, I think, much more that we share, we are equal in the partnership, taking care of the kids, who makes dinner, who, you know, who do the grocery shopping, and all that is we're very equal in that sense.
Sounds very good.
Yes.
So thank you, Malin, for your contribution. Is there something you want to share? How can people reach your special program?
Yeah, so they can reach me on either they go to my website and they can sign up for a free coaching session, you know, to explore, you know, where are they, where do they want to go, and I can give them some hints, you know, to unleash that. So that is, of course, www and then mhleadership.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll put that in the chat. And thank you very much, Malin, again.
Thank you.
It was nice to hear you about your situation, about Corona, about your Create program. I think it was very helpful for people. Your mind setting, telling about how people can do the best for themselves. Yeah, I love that.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me here. I'm honored, Ofkje. I'm really happy
Everybody
to
has heard your program and who you are. So when they want to reconnect, they can reach you.
Yeah, they're warmly welcome to connect with me. Yeah.
Thank you for your offer for a free coaching session, just to meet and greet each other and see if you can do something for them. Okay?
Yes, it's a pleasure. Thanks. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for this wonderful interview, Malin Hedlund from Sweden. Everything is still going on in Sweden despite of the coronavirus. Very special. Restaurants and hotels are still open. And I'm a little bit jealous because in the Netherlands everything is closed. But she will keep herself safe. I am sure of that. So she talked with us about attitude, about mindsetting. And she said it's very good for your mental health and your physical well-being. So she does a lot of sport with the athletes. I'll show this card to you. This athlete card. And we also talk about this nourisher. I think the nourisher is also a very important archetype because she knows what you really need deep inside. It's not only about food, but the drawer has put a hole in her belly. It's not about food, it's about also energetic food. Do you like yourself? Is there enough self love? Do you sleep enough? What do you need? When you know what you need, you know a bit who you are. And that's very important when we talk about leadership. And everything you exercise, that will grow. When you are more aware of yourself, there will be more self compassion and self love. And everything you exercise, that will grow. So, also when you want to be a leader, to be a king or a queen in your own kingdom. So, did you ever think about your skills or your archetypes or your talents? Maybe you want to work on your mindset and your attitude. Then you have to take contact with Malin Hedlund from MH Leadership. Or maybe you want to explore more about your archetypes. Then you're welcome to do a session with me so we can see where you're good at. And sometimes everything is closed because of limited beliefs you built in your childhood. So, Malin and me, we both work with a kind of magic and building on your personality. We have a lot of these archetypes and we have 74, but it's up to you if you want to join. And which are yours? I would love to help you with finding your archetypes. And please let me know. I would love to help you. So to contact Malin Hedlund from mhleadership.com, you can reach her. We'll put a link in the chat and you can reach me, Ofkje at gmail.com or www.ofkjetekens.com. So you're very welcome to meet and see my last show next week. So, and there I will interview my husband, Kees Paling, about writers' courses you can do, because journaling is also very healthy to look from a distance to your own life, and you write it down, and then after a few weeks you say, wow, was this my situation? And we are really now in a very severe situation with this coronavirus. We don't know where to go. We don't know. We some totally lockdown. So in a lockdown, and I hope everything is doing well. And I hope to see you next week on Awake TV network at same time at a Wednesday. Speak soon. Bye bye.